I'm not going to deny that by not one, but two people and B for so-called making my team lose. They for myself, and I respectfully told them that I did curse at the first one because it kind of got my nerves. Because he made nerves. Just voice my opinion, and I left the group after reporting and blocking them. So everyone knows I did do that. It's literally all I want to say is just have respect for your healers. Are forced to heal because no one else is a healer and they don't want everyone to keep dying, or they just love healing but it's too hard to do. Especially in my experience, I had a diva to heal, plus I had everyone else to heal, and diva would go straight into the fight. So that's when I started giving up on healing diva. Reinhardt is the same reason. He would go into the fight and not really stay back when he needed really help in healing. And that's when I just started healing a certain amount of people because they were not a tank and did not have much health that required, and two, they were just way easier to do. What I'm gonna do is actually when I play this next level, because I need to get my anger out. It's not really anger, it's just really disappointment on YouTube and the community and how it became. Because I feel like just how YouTube became yesterday was really disgusting. If you guys do not know, you guys probably know by now because like big YouTubers were talking about it, like the Anime Man, Aki Theaters. I think I said they're all Aki Dearest. Who else heard about it? Social Repost. I think his girlfriend or his ex-girlfriend. I do not know for sure. And other people were also ranting about it. There's too many I've watched to name. But I'm naming ones that I watched. And basically, if you guys do not know the story, which if you don't, please do look it up. It's all over YouTube right now. It's basically the start of 2018, as a lot of people are calling it, my friend group. Is basically Logan Paul went to Japan. And like everyone said, that is great. Go explore the culture, go experience life. But there was one thing that he did that wasn't right, but also disrespectful. And also illegal in Japan. So he went to, I'm gonna look how to say it, because I want to say it right. I know how to do it. Give me a moment. I'm gonna look up the right name. Sorry. I don't want to. So Akihara, or the Sea of Trees is translated, or Suicide Forest, is a place where people do, as the name implies, to commit suicide. Now, a lot of YouTubers vlog there, and that is one. Daz Games did say like, oh, well, why do you record there? Like, it's kind of crazy. But I mean, if they don't search for a body and they're doing it for like the paranormal, or they're doing it just to show how respectful they are, then that's different. But Logan Paul and his group did not do that, and he did delete the video. Someone did try to re-upload it, YouTube deleted it. It's really sad that I did not see it because it was deleted, I think, within the first couple of hours of it being posted. Because I was just going through YouTube because I was like up really, I couldn't go to bed till like 5. And I seen Social Repost talk about it first, and then the Anime Man, and then Social Repost's girlfriend, and then Akidiras, and everyone else after that. I just looked it up because someone mentioned it. I was like, what the hell is this? So basically, in the video that he deleted, that is now gone, he and his friends went to Suicide Forest. And on path, and you do locate a dead body, it's prohibited, or you should turn off your camera and call authorities so they can clean the body up and find the rightful family so they can grieve. Logan Paul did not turn off the camera. He in fact went up close to the camera. He went up close to the body and started filming it. I think even Anime said, he said, like, if you're sad, or if this is sad. And he blurred out the face, he blurred out the body, he blurred out the face when he went up close to it, which does not serve any justice. Anyways, people are backlashing him for A, the disrespect of a human being, and B, just how bad YouTube's been getting. Helen and I were talking about this in really early, before a whole situation happened that I was not a part of, but something happened with the group, but that's not a part of the rant. And Helen did say, I swear, if 2018's YouTube Rewind has Logan Paul in it and his friends, I will not want to be on YouTube anymore. And I asked, what does she mean? And she said, the fact that PewDiePie said one word and got so much backlash after apologizing in the video in a separate video. Yes, the word that he used was racist, but he did know his mistake and he cleaned it up right away. He did better. But Logan, on the other hand, has done many sick pranks to not only harm those he pranked, but to possibly harm those around him. Not like Jake Paul. Jake Paul actually does have his own house away from society, so that if he does something, he doesn't kill or harm people in his neighborhood. Logan Paul, on the other hand, lives in a urban area, or if you guys don't know what that means, like a city, a small neighborhood where there's people and probably children. Numerous occasions cops were called on him because of the ruckus and the danger they felt. This is the thing that Helen did state, that I was actually understanding why she was very angry. She said, it's funny how PewDiePie said one word, and that one word destroyed his YouTube career, while Logan Paul does so many sick pranks that harms people and laughs at it and does it over and over to the same people and could harm others and probably does harm others, was on YouTube Rewind, and that it wasn't right for them to do that when Logan Paul, I should say, because Jake Paul's okay. But Logan Paul and PewDiePie were on that part, and I was just like, damn, you're right. And now I'm also agreeing. If PewDiePie is not on 2018's Rewind, which I don't care if he's on there or not, but I mean, I do think that would show some respect. If PewDiePie is not on YouTube Rewind, but Logan Paul is, and his friends who were recording him in the Akihara forest, or suicide forest, I will be very disgusted with YouTube. I will not take down my channel, and I will still upload, but I will rant about it in December of this year. If it comes to that. Hopefully YouTube's smart and doesn't let him on, or his friends on there, because of... Now, a lot of people did say it was a coping mechanism, and yes, I understand that coping mechanisms are a way of dealing with things like stress. People laugh at death because they know what's gonna happen. But as Akidira said, that it's not like, even though you do have your ways of coping, and some people do cope, like as a group, they tell the funny stories that this person had. But you wouldn't go to a serious funeral, not the party, but the funeral, and just walk up to the body and start laughing and goofing around saying, oh my god, he really is dead. I thought he had 10 more years on him. Ha ha ha, no. Especially when Helen understands the point of suicide, to the point where she is not an expert, but she understands why people do it in their perspective. Now, another ways to harm herself. She is not doing coke, she's not doing weed, but she does smoke cigarettes. and it's one thing that we're trying to help her out of. And she has really bad insomnia, but that's another story. But what Helen did say about it was that one thing that she didn't like about it was the fact that YouTube kind of just wasn't really there, if that makes sense at all. Like, they didn't do what was, I think a lot of people are also disgusted with YouTube because it is getting to a point where the barriers are being really badly broken of how sensitive to go and how sensitive not to be. Now, I was talking to Michael, who's actually here. He's just like listening to me because he loves hearing me rant about these things. I was telling Michael that it's kind of messed up that people are clickbaiting and that people don't care about, like, some YouTubers do care about their fans. They, even though Social Report said that they don't, I do believe that there are a small amount of big YouTubers, not that many, but a small amount, like a small handful, that really does honestly care. I have a feeling the small portion does. But the other half of the bigger part, I would say probably about 10% really care. Like 10% of the YouTubers really care. And then the other 90% does not care. And I do feel that's where he was going with. But as instated to the but what I was telling him, it's that this shows me that Logan Paul does not care about his fans. Now, you probably, if you are a fan, you'd be like, yes, he does. He just said it in the video. No, this is why I say he does not give a bloody crap about his fans. And that's because of him using the body as his thumbnail. Now, people do fake suicide. I will admit to that. People fake it. And that's one sad thing about society now, is suicide is publicized. Given 13 reasons why, even though they do try to prevent it, it's not really helping. As Social Repost did say, when you're spamming someone, telling them to get help, they don't want to get help. I remember I had to do something for ROTC. I know this rant's getting long, but I did do something in ROTC this year where I did do a presentation on suicide awareness. And I did say, do not push your friend to talk about it. A lot of people are probably like, well, that's how you have to get it. No, if you force your friend to talk about the subject they do not want to speak of, they will not trust you, let alone you trying to help. They're gonna feel very nervous talking to you and feel like you're gonna pressure them into doing it. And sadly, that's possibly true.
Moo!
Helen has made a point to me before that because we were talking about this before she left to go find Farkle, which is one of our friends that his birth name is Jack, but we call him Farkle because he wanted to be called that. We were talking about it before they all left, and she did state, like, if a YouTuber really cared about his quote-unquote fans, then he wouldn't really want to harm his fans. He wouldn't want them to think of it. And I felt Helen had that point of, hey, that isn't right with the situation of Hand in a sense. Because one, it was very wrong of him to do it. Yeah. not, how do I say it? It's kind of like you did some, like, you recorded it, that's very bad. That triggers most people. Yes, you did put a warning, but a lot of times people don't listen to the warnings. Because you know why? They think it's fake. And the fact that you didn't really care.
Boo!
And you put it as your thumbnail to the video. That is very disgusting to say that you don't care. Like, that tells me as a person, you do not care about your band. And I just felt that it wasn't right of you to do that.
Moo! Moo!
Not only to your fans, but to people who have been through situations or, you know, have thought of it.
Moo!
Not only is it wrong for you to trigger people, but it's also wrong of you to not do it properly. And that's a problem with a lot of people, is they don't think, they just do. And that's why I felt it was wrong of him, because he just thought, is he okay?
Moo! Moo!
And it wasn't okay, because I've seen that. I would have said, oh wow, there's another way. There's people who are very suicidal. They will see this and be like, oh, that's a new way I've never tried. I'm gonna try it. Because there's so many ways people do in their life. They do overdose, they cut their wrist or their throat, or they stab themselves, or they hang, or they jump, or they drown. They do a lot of things. And seeing ways, even if blurred out, does not make it help. It actually just affects it more.
Moo! Moo!
And it's not right. Or hello. Playing some cryptic. I get it. Eating it.
Moo! Moo!
I think I already lost the challenge, so I don't remember if there was anything here to do with friends other than Randy's. I don't think so, right? It was just Randy's. Oh! Yeah.
Yes? At what location? How many people in the town? Get in there and cover it up. This could change everything. Get everyone moving. We've got another UFO crash.
No. Helen is clean, but I bet if she's seen the video, she would have discovered the new way that she would never want to try. And I think that's one thing people don't know is when saying things like that, it doesn't help, it triggers. I know he has the all right intention. Aw. I wish you could like in this game, but basically that's what I think it is. as it's kind of really upsetting. And I think another thing that he had a lot of people were having the crazy, not the crazy, the anime guy had beef with was the fact of how he was betraying Japan and Japanese culture. I have seen his thumbnails, and I do feel that it is kind of upsetting to see how you are betraying Japan and not making it respectful. I know like a lot of YouTubers who do vlogs in Japan. I know Linasaur did it. I know Tiffy Quake or IS Cupquake and Red have done vlogs. I know Helen's gonna go to Japan in a year or two, and I know that she's going to want to explore. But she knows her boundaries, and I think that's one thing that a lot of people were saying. It's that he's not really respecting the culture. He's not respecting a lot of things, and I think that's what's getting a lot of people angry, is that he's not respecting the culture and having the true culture meaning there. He's just not doing that. I think that's where a lot of people are getting angry at. Not just the Suicide Forest joke, but just the fact of him not showing respect to the culture in general. And you see, that's where I do kind of get upset more with it, is because it's not just, you know, him doing it. It's his friend. It's a group of people doing it. And it kind of ties back into the group, the kind of like cyberbullying thing, or like the harassment. You don't know what triggers people or harms people. People are going to act tough to it and be strong and rant about it, but they aren't going to feel any better about themselves. Now, my respect does go out to the family and friends of the man who was found dead in Akihara Forest, or Suicide Forest, with Logan Paul's video. And I hope Logan Paul understands his mistake, as everyone else does. I hope YouTube does come to their senses, though, and makes it fair, just like they did with PewDiePie. And I do think a lot of people will be mad at the end of 2018 if Logan Paul is not given the same treatment as PewDiePie, because it wouldn't be fair. So YouTube, if you're watching this, or anyone actually from the actual YouTube thing watches this, please make it fair and make it be fair, because I know people are gonna yell at you either way with PewDiePie there or not. You will get yelled at, but I do feel like you would do it for the right cause, and I think do it with the right intent in mind. I feel that people will be happy, especially the ones who are complaining about PewDiePie not being there. You would have somewhat of respect for saying, okay, Logan Paul did something way worse than PewDiePie, and you understand that he should not be.
Good morning, champ. Good morning. You can't expect me to pat you on the back just because you've made a few friends. As soon as you have a lot of friends, then I'll be proud.
Looks like you have a couple days off school, honey. More time to meet some new friends in the neighborhood.
Okay, Mom. But, in all honesty, just don't be a douche to your family. Don't be a douche to suicide or people in general who are dead. And don't be rude to people on your team who are trying to help. Yes, people might be low, but you don't know what they're going through. They're probably playing to get away from drama. They're playing games to get away from feelings, emotions. They're probably getting away from their heart and their brain. And I hope that 2018 brings a good year where no big YouTuber dies, or no big singer or actress. I hope none of them do commit suicide this year. I know a lot of people are I'm just gonna say this, if you want to, I'm not forcing it, and I do not talk about this much, but if you really want help or just to vent, just to vent, you don't have to do it for wanting to die. If you want to vent, you do have me. I'm not a big YouTuber and I do care about you guys. I really do. I'm not saying it to be clickbaity. I'm not saying this to be like, hey, yeah, I care, and then laugh about, you know. Me and Helen are always open. My social media is down in the description below. And Helen's is basically Instagram is, I'm going to give the right name so you guys can, if you want help from her, because she's the one to go to. I would say I'm good with like emotions. Helen is good with kind of the more of wanting to end it all, because she will listen to you and tell you the good, like how to deal with it. Her Instagram is all lowercase, gender, GENDER, fluid, FLUID, underscore cosplayers, COSPLAYERS. It should say Helen/Ashley Otis, which is an OC that she's making. She does post some videos. She did post. She has not posted a lot anymore, but yeah. I do feel like people should respect people. I hope 2018 does have more respect for people, have equality, well, at least a little bit more equality for people, no matter what they like or who they are. A little equality for how a person wants to be. Respect for people who have passed. Respect for those who are not the same and the same race as us. And hopefully the respect of LGBT people. We're getting there slowly, guys, and I hope that by the end 2018 we have accomplished at least one of the goals of getting closer to the goal of accomplishing equality. If you do not feel comfortable talking to me or Helen and you want official help, I guess you can say, please do text the number to text hi to 741-741. You will be put to a counselor. That might be automated, but trust me, just venting will help. Try to vent with those you really trust, and yeah. I feel that people will do it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for listening to the short rant, and I'll see you all later. Bye, lovelies.